Salute, this is Brain Up. Today we are going to tell you some interesting facts. Hold tight and let's go. People don't always say what they think, sometimes you have to read between the lines. When it comes to feelings and looks, research shows that 93% of our communication is nonverbal. It can be divided into 38% voice tones and 55% body language. While this rule doesn't always work, it certainly emphasizes the need to understand subconscious cues from the other party in order to better understand their meaning. Here are some expert tips to help you understand even the most difficult person to read by analyzing their body language. 1. Crossing your arms or legs. Crossing your arms and legs is the most common body language that implies that the other person is closed-minded. It can also be an indication that the posture is defensive. The person may not take the news well or may not be open to new ideas. It implies that this is not a good time to negotiate. 2. Folding the hands into a house. Creating a steeple of hands, with the fingers touching each other and the palms not touching, is a signal that the other person is convinced of what they are saying and that they are sincere. This is a common sign in the boardrooms of high or influential people who believe in what they are doing or saying. On the other hand, rubbing one's hands or fingers together in this pose may indicate nervousness. 3. Nervous nods of the head. Although nodding can signal that someone understands what you are hearing or agrees with you, excessive nodding is a sign of anxiety, especially if it is not appropriate in a conversation. Constant nodding can also indicate that your interlocutors don't really understand what you're saying and therefore subconsciously make this gesture as they try to make sense of it. 4. Running eyes. If an interlocutor avoids eye contact, this is one of the first signs of lying, especially in children, because it signifies guilt. If the adult is constantly shifting his gaze, he is probably hiding something. 5. Posture. The way someone sits or stands gives a great insight into how they feel or think in general. During a meeting, paying attention to a person's posture can give you more information about them. A confident pose, shoulders pulled back and head held high, is a demonstration that the person is confident. An unsure posture, 0 hunched over in a chair or trying to sit lower, can be a sign that someone is overworked or unsure of themselves. 6. Closed legs. If someone is standing unnaturally close, with their feet pressed together, it can mean that the person is hesitant and unsure of themselves. This often happens to nominal leaders who have a title but no real power. Also, some may cross their legs, and it is not always for balance, as originally assumed. Instead, it can be an indication that the person feels trapped, especially if they are trying to hide something. 7. Fidgeting. It is certainly annoying when someone fidgets or is distracted, and it can mean many things, but ultimately it is a demonstration of inattention to what you are saying. It can also be a sign of discomfort or lying, or perhaps your interlocutor is just bored. 8. Eyebrow raising. Raising your eyebrows can usually indicate surprise or excitement, but in a normal or serious conversation, raising your eyebrows shows that someone is subconsciously uncomfortable. Knowing these nonverbal cues will help you understand people better, give you an edge during negotiations and meetings. You can also use them as a guide for choosing the right format of communication. It is important to remember that body language is part of the whole, and each expression has its own meaning, which can be changed in any given situation, so do not rush to conclusions. If you learned something new today, please like it and share it with your friends. And join the Brain Up.